Episode 8 of When Calls the Heart, Season 12, brings a whirlwind of challenges and triumphs to the beloved town of Hope Valley. As the townsfolk tackle unexpected hurdles, their indefatigable optimism and determination shine through. From Rosemary's creative pivot to Lucas's uphill battle with the Cattlemen's Association and Fiona's life-altering decision, this episode is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of Hope Valley's residents. Let's dive into the scenes one by one. Rosemary Coulter, ever the visionary, continues to host her radio show, The Daily Dialogue, with her signature flair. In this episode, she secures a guest appearance by an education administrator who engages in a thought-provoking discussion with Elizabeth about her modern curriculum. While the conversation is enlightening, it leaves Elizabeth questioning the effectiveness of her teaching methods, planting seeds of doubt in her mind. Meanwhile, Rosemary faces a professional crisis when Roland Rockwell of Benson Hill Broadcasting pays her a visit. He delivers a harsh critique: her show lacks audience engagement and is deemed a failure without listener feedback. Undeterred, Rosemary hatches a bold plan to revive interest in her program. She proposes adapting her stage production of Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest for radio, a move that promises to bring a fresh theatrical element to her show. The town rallies to make this ambitious idea a reality, but not without a few hiccups. Ava, eager to secure the female lead, suggests the cast visit the hot springs to soothe their vocal cords. Unfortunately, this well-intentioned advice backfires when Hickam catches a cold and inadvertently spreads it to the rest of the cast, including Lee and Bill. With the male actors sidelined, Rosemary and her friends brainstorm a solution and land on a groundbreaking idea, an all-female production of the play. The women of Hope Valley rise to the occasion, with Ava finally earning her coveted role and Minnie joining the cast. Their performance is a resounding success, breathing new life into Rosemary's radio show and proving that creativity knows no bounds. The tension surrounding the shared pasture land continues to escalate, with Lucas Bouchard at the center of the storm. Despite his best efforts to propose an alternative meadow for the ranchers, the Cattlemen's Association, led by the stubborn Mackenzie, remains resolute. Mackenzie's ironclad control over the ranchers becomes increasingly apparent, especially when Allie recognizes him as the man she and Oliver hid from during their earlier misadventure. Edie, who inherited her uncle's land, finds herself caught between loyalty to her fellow ranchers and her budding friendship with Lucas. Her frustration peaks when Lucas accuses her of knowing Mackenzie would railroad the whole deal. Edie defends herself, stating she was merely doing her job, but the exchange strains their relationship. Matters worsen when Edie is summoned to the sheriff's department for questioning. As if her professional woes weren't enough, Nathan and Bill reveal their suspicions that her late uncle may have been involved in the stolen gold coins case. Edie denies any knowledge of the matter but later confides in Lucas about Mackenzie's manipulative tactics. She recounts how a mudslide years ago forced ranchers to rely on Mackenzie's pasture, only to be trapped in a web of debt when he imposed exorbitant fees after the first year. This revelation sheds light on Mackenzie's stranglehold over the ranchers and sets the stage for a potential alliance between Lucas and Edie. The cold that sweeps through the cast of Rosemary's play isn't the only ailment affecting Hope Valley. As the town scrambles to adapt to sudden changes, the illness serves as a metaphor for their challenges. Mike, one of the actors, struggles with a scratchy throat, prompting Ava to suggest a trip to the hot springs. While the remedy works for some, it exacerbates the situation for others, highlighting the unpredictability of life in a small town. Meanwhile, Allie and Oliver argue in the saloon, with Allie vowing not to be intimidated by the men who oppose their cause. Henry Gowan, the voice of wisdom, advises patience, suggesting that Mackenzie's overconfidence will eventually lead to his downfall. His words offer a glimmer of hope as the townsfolk brace themselves for the battles ahead. Fiona Miller's storyline takes a poignant turn in this episode. Having returned to Hope Valley to finalize the sale of her barbershop, she reveals her plans to marry a man with high society connections. While she hopes to leverage this union to further the suffragette cause, her friends, particularly Faith, sense her hesitation. Fiona's internal conflict is palpable as she grapples with the weight of her decision. However, fate intervenes in the form of Rosemary's successful radio play. The overwhelmingly positive response from educators across the country validates Elizabeth's curriculum and proves *the daily